People think 2,500. We're not here no more. We're gone. We're dead, dead, dead. Nobody remember us. Because, oh, this is how people are thinking. Like you're Wabantu, when you look like Nelson Mandela or Wabantu, Malcolm X, oh, this is how they were thinking because there was a memory. So in 200 years to come or 70 years to come, people going to be watching these videos and say, oh, this is how people were thinking, the thinking process. Yeah, bon. So
Yeah.
show them that we want to show them like we so intelligent people, we're smart. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So we go to question number, which question number?
Number 6.
Number 6. All right. All right. Okay, cool. Isn't too dark? Or can you see? Or should okay? Let me do this, right? Because I want to make sure you see. We can get started now. Now, now. All right. So now we have a question right here. Question number 6 saying, let me write all the information because some people they might not see what the question is about. So I'm gonna have to write the question and we can solve it. Okay. Question number 6, they say in the interval notation. First, let me explain to you what is interval notation, set builder notation, and number line. So we can have some data and we can take those data and present them in a different ways. For example, if somebody say you have a set A, let's say somebody say you have a set A of a set of information. See, for example, the set A here for this case, question number 6. Um, X are elements about the not say set A, they just say set. Okay, this is a test set. X are element. Now they say element of real number, even if they didn't write, but we start from -2, -2, and they say including X. Oh, put number 6, I kind of get lost a little more probably. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then less than 5. I'm gonna explain to you everything, right? Don't worry about it. Okay. And then now it's union, they say union, union. Oh, this is not gonna be like I think I can write from this side of my phone, right? I go to center. I was supposed to write to laterally. Let's say here from the question, X element of -2, -2, less or equal, X, and we say less than 5. They say union, this is union. Union, remember, say union means you put them together. Union,
together, yeah.
Yes. X are elements of -3 less than X less than 7. Okay. Now let me explain. Let me explain something. For example, you see this data here. Before we do anything, yeah. Let's okay. This way is called set builder notation. This is set builder notation. Set builder notation. Set builder notation. 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 Okay. For example, another way sometimes they write, they could have said, for example, if they don't want to write like that, they could have said that you see there's a set builder. Means this is like a builder, like there's a curly bracket. Somebody, if they did not write like that, they could have write to say X are elements of a real number, and they say they write exactly here. So that's another way of saying it. They could have said X are element of a real number, and here they could have write dot dot. So you can have written X, or you can say X element of a real number, and then you write everything you have is -2, and then here X element of a real number, and they write exactly. Do you understand or not?
Yeah, so it doesn't change anything. It's just how they're rating it.
Yes. That's
Okay.
another different ways of writing it. That's what I'm saying. Each element of the number is a -2 is still set notation. Union, X are element of the number. Here you see semicolon, -3, less than X, less than 7, then you call it bracket. So now let's
Okay.
change the same thing to interval notation. Do it to interval notation. So for interval notation, interval means you only write inter. Okay, before we go there, this sign here means including. This is less. Okay, Mpumi, let me ask something, Mpumi.
Yeah.
Which hands of your which is very powerful? Which one? Is it left or right?
Right.
Okay, so the same way you did, this means more powerful.
Yeah.
But and then the other way means less powerful, means less. So if somebody say, for example, say X is less than 8, is less because you know which hand do you use? You see which hands? Which hand?
8 is powerful.
Okay, let me say it again slowly, right? You see the sign
10.
here. So which hand are you gonna use?
Yeah.
Which one? Which hand you gonna use on this side?
The left. The
So
left one.
this is less. So you say X is less than 8.
Yeah.
But when you say X is less or equal, means the X must be also 8 and less. Means it could be 8, 7.5, 7, 6, negative, and all the way. We don't know where we're going to start to negative infinity. To
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
Okay, so this means including. But when you change the direction, let's say you say K is greater than 4. In this case, it's going to be bigger than 4. Why? Because you use what? The powerful hand.
Yeah.
Okay. But hey, some people they use left hand. So, oh no, no, Mntwana, now you confuse me because my left hand is more powerful. We just talk in general. Right hand is powerful for a lot of people. So always use the right hand as a powerful. Left is a less powerful. So now
Yeah.
let's here now. So now we want to change this to interval. Before we even do the question, but I haven't got to the question. Interval notation meaning you only write the interval. What is the interval? From -2 to 5. So is -2 including or excluding?
It's including because it's less or equal.
So we're gonna write like this. So you don't write all these other things that set unit of text. This interval right, but it's including you write like that, and then write your -2, and then you write the last one. The last one is 5. Is including or excluding? Boom. Is this 5 including or
5 is
excluding?
5 is excluding.
So since it's excluding, you write like that. It is excluding. So there's a union, you say union. Now we come here, -3, including or excluding?
Excluding.
So we're gonna say now this sign here for -3, -3, and then you put comma. Now we go for the last one. What is the last one? 7, including, excluding,
Excluding.
excluding. So I'm gonna write my 7 and then we're gonna exclude. So this is the same thing, but we have rewrite our stuff or our set from set notation to interval notation. But it means the same thing, notation. So now let's use the same data and write them as a number line. So we can have one data we can write in different form. This much is the number line. So for number line, you must say, let me write my whole line, 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 line. So we're gonna draw a line here. Okay, we're gonna draw a line. And now we go, well, so let me write this one first. This type of -5, my apologies, -2 to 5. So first, you make assumption because you don't want to write a lot of things. I need to know where is my 0x. But I don't have to write 0 wherever because I just need to present this there. So let me assume this is my 0 here. Very small dot, right? Because there's no part of the solution. Let's see here. So you say -2 is going to be somewhere here. Let's say this -1, -2 here. But it's including. So if it's including, you write big dots. This is -2. And all the way to 5. Where's my 5? This is 0. I will say this is 0. Makes it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is here, but 5 is excluding. So if it's excluding, you write empty inside. You write this 0, but there's an empty inside because excluding. But then what you do, you have to join them because here and there. So you say, well, let's join. Then you use another color here. I say, okay, so it's going to be here. Let me do this. So you have joined. So this one here is from -2 all the way to 5. -2 including and 5 is excluding. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Now, let's say you have to unite with that. First, what is that? So now I go start from -3 excluding. So I can draw another line and then I'm going to join them together. So this is going to be -3 and 7. Let me draw separately and then I'm going to join them together. Yeah. So -3 is going to be, okay, let me draw another number line. But when you draw your number, it must be the same line. If 0 is here and here must be the same 0, like it must be in the same. You understand? So if you're 0 here, don't just make, oh, my 0 is going to start here now. You're going to be in trouble. So we're going to say, okay, let me write my number line here. And we know this is 0. It must be the same line. This is 0, we know. And they say -3. If this -2, remember this is -2, and this is what? It was 5, right? So -3 is going to be somewhere here. This is going to be -3. But is it including or excluding?
Excluding.
So it means we're going to say here inside is going to be empty.
Yeah.
And all the way to 7, which is also excluding. If this is, so that should have to be the same 5 is going to be somewhere here, 6, 7, let's say somewhere here, but it's also excluding. So both excluding. So what happened? Let's join them. So then these together, no, excuse me, the lower one is -3, excluding to 7, also excluding. So what we want to do now, we want to unite, means combine these two. Oh, my apology. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Mama.
So what we're going to do now is unite. Unite means put them together. So if I unite, what has happened means if I put them together, okay, this was 7, right? This is 7, and this is -3. Boom! If I combine this together, what I'm going to get? Together, it's going to be start from -3 all the way to 7. You understand?
Yeah.
Because together means it's going to start from -3 all the way to 7. Let's say now, you know what I'm saying? So let me combine and write a new number line. So if I want to write, let's say, new number line, my new number line is going to be like this. Means going to be, okay, the new number line is going to be start from -3 all the way to 7.
7.
Here, right? So you're going to say, well, but I'm just showing the whole long method because I want you to understand. But an exam, if it's multiple choice, you don't have to waste all this time, you know? So now we know, okay, my final answer is going to be start from -3. Hey, you want to write right now? Oh my God. Okay, so, and remember excluding, so now we want to say now, all this stuff for union is going to be, okay, so this is a number line. So now let's write is an interval notation. How are we going to write interval notation? Oh, interval notation, if we put them together, this is going to be equal to from -3 excluding all the way to 7 excluding.
That's it.
Because we start from -3 to 7.
So we don't count the ones that inside -2 to 5. They don't matter.
Okay, let me explain to you what I mean. Right? Remember, you unite together. When you put them together, means what is your final answer? Look, together. Means all these are inside negative 3 and 7 because they are within.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, so we don't write them.
We don't have to write them again because all this stuff is within this one. So our final product is from negative 3 to 7.
So if it was maybe the second one, from negative 3 until 4, we could have
Okay.
write our answer from negative 3 to 4.
Can I write intersection and then I come, we change and then we change? Because this
Okay.
was easy. Let me write intersection and then we go and we change and see how it's going to become.
Okay.
Let's find the intersection. So this is going to be what's going to be everything here, right? Like if you unite all these quantities. But if you want to write a set Euler notation, I could have said, look, I could have said x are element of real number, whereby start from negative 3, x, and then excluding 7. That's the unit. Do you understand? So now let's find the intersection. So I'm thinking, right? You're gonna rewatch this video, right? So I can erase because you're gonna rewatch because you're gonna have. Now let's say is intersection now. Let's say find the intersection, and then we're gonna come and change. Sorry for cut you off, right? I want to finish up with this, and then we're gonna change all these letters for exercise. Now, so for intersection means you want to put them what? Together. Boom. Me and you here, right? We're talking. We have this station, math station. So where me and you we intersect means is here on the station.
Yeah.
Or sometime on the WhatsApp, meaning social media, like, hey, when you want to have a station, I want to link some man. So that's where we have something common, means we intersect. So if you can look at this and there, where they intersect?
From negative 2.
Where? They're going to have things in common.
From negative 2 until 5.
Until 5. That's what they're going to have in common.
Yeah.
But including negative 2 to excluding what? 5.
5. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, well, I got this one. So then my final answer for intersection is going to be A. Intersection of the 2 equal to negative 2, but including the 5 what? Excluding. But this is interval notation. How you write the set Euler notation? For set Euler notation, I'm going to say, I'm going to put my curly bracket and say x are element of real number, but starting from negative 2, including. So since it's including, I'm going to write like that. And then I'm going to say x, and then this one is excluding. We're going to write like that. 5 is the last number. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now let's go to the question there and see the answer and the option, and then we're going to come and change this stuff and start to play around so you can get to learn more. So now here in the question they say this expression can be rewritten as that, which we agree, because I mean this is this one.
Yeah.
Now they say which is equal to. So in other way they say unite, find the union of these, and go to the option and pick the right option. You understand? So the union of these two is going to be start from negative 2 to 7.
Yeah.
Negative 2, union for union, negative 2 to 7. Negative 2 to 7. Para 7 is what is excluding, negative 2 is including. But let's check in option. In your phone, check in your phone, because this question is your phone here. So what's the right answer there?
Option 4.
Let me see. Yes, you understand? Now let's go for the next one. Yes. we go to the next one, you want me to change now? Let's go to your question. Ask me the question. For example, you say if they change now, let me change now. And we can set the challenge now.
You see the set that's from -3 until 7. If they said from -3 until 4.
Okay, until 4. Okay, cool. So this is nothing. This is -3 until 7. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say 3 for challenge. Let's say 3.
Yeah.
-3 until 3. And this is going to be 0, remember that? 1, 2, 3. Let's say 3 here. Is it including or excluding? What do you want to put?
Excluding.
Okay. So -3 to 4. Now, I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Now, let's start with the union. If you union, what is the answer for union? Let me tell you, then I'm going to give you a solution and give the answer. You want to put them together. What are the union? What is a union? Is it someone in the house? Because you know kids sometimes can go in the kitchen and do something crazy or whatever. So is someone in the house also? You must be very. Please be there because it's something happened also to me when I was young. It was very bad, you know. When it, it was very bad. He got banged. Everyone was bigger. Everyone, all the hand was banged. Yeah. They can just go and cause big drama to realize too late. Okay. Now we want to unite this stuff. So when you unite, it's going to start from which number to which number?
From -3 until 5.
Until 5, yes.
Yeah.
But it's going to be excluding, including.
Excluding.
To 5 also.
Both of them. Yeah.
So we say from -3 until 5, excluding, excluding. And this is interval notation. But I'm going to say curly bracket x are element of real number. Start from -3, excluding x, excluding 2, 5. Now let me change the whole because your question was too soft for me. Let me give you one. Hold on. So most of the time when calling a student, you know, the best way, right, is a number line because number line you can see easy. Just go to the right, go to the left. So what I'm going to say, what I'm going to say, let's say, for example, let me change the direction and put stuff like, let's say, let me be crazy a little. Okay, let's say start from this is 0, -1, 2. Okay, let's start from -1 there. And then we go opposite direction. So this meaning x is less than -1. Now, how are we going to unite? Union. This one, union that is exploding.
Okay. That's gonna be okay. It's infinity going to the negative sign.
So negative infinity, not forget that because go to the negative infinity.
Okay.
Okay. So we're gonna say, okay, I know this one, which is gonna start from, but infinity. Do you know where infinity is gonna start? You know where you don't know. So that's why in any infinity we always exclude because you don't know where you're gonna start. So you say excluding negative infinity. Now let's go all the way to where?
To 5.
To 5. Excluding, including.
Excluding.
Excluding. Let me challenge you now. An intersection?
Intersection, it's -2 to -1.
Yes. So we're going to say what? -2, including, excluding.
Including -2.
All the way to -1, which is going to be including, excluding.
Excluding.
Now, the last one. Okay, let me challenge you. Let's do this one.
I'm going to kiss you.
Okay, this is -3 here. X is less than -3. Now, let's start with the union. Woo!
So, I'm gonna start with.
Let me help you. Oh, you want to try? Okay, so I'm gonna say now. I can write two ways. Okay, let's start with the interval. Interval, I'm gonna say excluding negative infinity. Mama. Oh. Mama. Negative infinity. This is how you write the thing right now. Negative infinity. Mama. All the way to -3. Because it's gonna come up here.
Okay.
To -3. But it's including.
Yeah.
But hey, and then we got a problem here. We know X cannot be from 2 to 3.
Yeah.
So you can write like this, and they say unite. Okay, this is a good way. Let me show you. Right? Say here X are elements of this. You understand what I'm saying? Means X are element of form that one.
No.
But at this X, you can say unite by this X can not be element. So we want to with this X cannot be element of what? Because now since we include -3, so you're gonna say exclude now because you know what? From -3 we don't have to include it.
Okay.
From -3 all the way to 2. All the way
to -2.
So it's not gonna be element of -3 to 2. So between from 2 to 5.
5.
And then you can unite with it, including, 2 to 5 including. So you say X element, start from, including, all the way to 5, what? Excluding. That's the way you can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Another way, if you don't want to write it like that, because this is interpretation. Now, let's go for set notation. Set notation of what I'm saying. X element, or curly bracket, element of real number, whereby this X starts from -infinity, or you can say like this, you can say X are less than -3. No, let me show you the best way, right? I want to say the value of X are all elements from -3 to 5, but it's not going to be element of -3 to 2.
because there's no element between
Yes.
negative 3 and negative 3.
There's a lot of ways you can write this. I could just say either, I can say from negative infinity all the way, and say excluding x, excluding what? All the way to what? To
5.
5. But x cannot be element of what? Of negative 3 to 2. But since this one, yeah, negative, okay, let me say slowly, right? Remember, you say everything here, like everything from infinity to 5.
Yeah.
So we need to remove these 2 here.
Okay.
Means we have to say from what from? X are element of,
Negative 3.
not element of, and we can say x are not element of, no, x are element of real number because the element of real number, but because 2 and 3 are real number, but from negative 3, because this is less than, I'm not gonna make sense. I think if I say are not element, and say x, this is crazy now. X are not element, excuse me, element of real number, but I start from negative 3 to negative 2. 3 negative 2. Means x
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I just want to give you the overview so you can understand. Now let's go to the next question, right? Let's go to the next question. You see, the important thing of understanding means you can do any question than just question that you don't understand what's happening. Not good. Should I do the next question or should I give you the homework?
The next question.
It's okay. Let me do. Question number 7.
Yeah.
They say A equal to x are element of real number, whereby these x are greater or equal to negative 3, and for B, x are element of real number, whereby these x are less than 5. And C, x are element of real number, whereby start from negative 2, x, 7. But okay, now what do they want? They say which of the following statement is true. So they give us here a random statement. They give us an intersection B. So we're going to find out this, and we're going to compare here and answer. They say find A intersection B. There's another one with A intersection C. A intersection C. Mama. And the next one is gonna be, let's see, B. Oh my God, I just lost it a little bit. Sorry. I'll just say it in a second. B union C. Can you verify face? There, it's exactly A intersection B, A intersection C, and B union C. Let's check. Let's check that one.
Okay.
Just verify, and then we do it.
Rogo lako. Rogo lako. Rogo lako. Tata. Back.
Does she sleep for real? Like, which time does she always sleep? Like, she seems like
Ah,
she's
she's gonna sleep when I switch off the lights.
uh, it reminds me of one of my friends, baby. She does not want to sleep
Yo,
all night. She don't,
yo.
she's gonna go to cartoon. She's gonna start to sing, and she know even how to play with the phone. Eh,
Oh,
kids,
Aish, these ones.
they don't want to sleep. They don't want to sleep. They don't want to
Ay,
sleep.
ay.
Okay. Can you? I want to verify to see. Okay, A intersection B, yes, and then A intersection C. Okay. Okay, now let's get them. And if you can look careful here, right? They give this answer in a set builder notation. Now let's break this down now. So now A intersection B. How are we gonna get A intersection B? Like I said, you can draw a number line if you feel like you get confused, or if you don't want. I think I would encourage you to do number line or to be more accurate.
Yeah.
Okay, X are equal to negative 3. Let me draw my number line here. Okay, negative 3. Let me assume this is equal to, let's say this is 0, let's say. So negative 3, let's say negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, somewhere here, but it's including. Is we say here, including. And then bigger than means go all the way to the right. So this X is greater or equal to negative 3. Now, we're done with set A. That's set A. Now let's get set B. Oh, you didn't say set A because now they have given you the letter. So you can say this is A. And then we understand. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
either you write the whole or you can just, if they give a letter like now, before the previous one, they didn't give us a letter. So this I want to say this is A. Now let's get for B. So I want to draw my number line. And make sure, like I said, right? This is 0, right? Remember, this is like your 0 here. So here must be the same thing here, 0. Now, let's say this will be less than 5. Look, if this 0 is going to be, okay, let's say this 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's excluding, so it's going to be something like that. Less than 5, all the way to the left. To the left. All the way to the left. Ah, ah, ah. So we go all the way to the left. And this is going to be X, or B, right? So let's just say B, simple. Now for C, it's going to start from negative 2 to 7. So remember, this is like 5, so 7 is going to be somewhere here. So this is our 0 we know. If this is 5, 7 is going to be somewhere here. And this is including. All the way to negative 2. Okay, 0, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, let's say this was negative 3, so negative 2 is going to be somewhere here. So you need to be very attention, right? Negative 2 and excluding means it's going to be like this. Yeah. So what we're going to do for this one right here, we're going to have to connect. Let's connect all the way to that one right there. So this is our C. Now, when you draw your number line, then you know, oh, I got all my stuff I need. A intersection B. Mpumi, talk to me. A intersection B. What the value of A intersection B?
-3.
Can you write as a set builder notation now? I'm listening to you to see if you remember. Set builder notation.
Okay. X is an element of real numbers.
Open the curly bracket. X are element of real number. Where A and B.
-3.
Negative 3, including, excluding.
It's gonna be greater or equals.
We want to get, okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, greater or equal. Why is greater is less? Because negative 3 to certain point, to a certain point.
No, the other sign, the one that's facing the other direction.
Oh, you say I must do this, greater or equal.
Yeah.
Why you say it? Okay, let me say this, right? Where A and B intersect from which point to which point?
From -3 until 5.
So for that case, write your point -3 and here write your 5. And then close.
On -3, yeah, it's less than.
So
Less
what
or equal to.
and then you close your bracket. That's it, especially if you have a 2 point. You close your bracket, so equal to 5, right? And here at the center, write your x.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you say, and then which side? All right. Left or equal, and then here?
And then the...
Okay. Excluding. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, we want to get A intersection C.
A intersections.
This is -2. And this is 7. And this is 5. And this is negative. A intersection C.
-2 and 7.
Okay.
X is in, yes, it's an element of real numbers. -2 less than x is
x,
and then greater or equals to 7.
Include. Okay, now let's go for the last one. B and C.
B negative infinity.
So we go all the way. B and C. Negative infinity is that we you must start writing something here.
Or
x element of real number start from negative infinity. Including or excluding?
Excluding.
Yeah, infinity is always excluding. Excluding x.
Including it's greater or equals to 7.
Greater or equal to 7. Yes, that's how you do. So in your own time, and then you pick the right answer right there. Now look at your answer and tell me which one is the right answer. Tell me right now, Mpumi, because I want to see if you really understood, or you were just looking at me here, right? Let's see which is the right answer. Let's start to the first one. A intersection B is the right answer or is it wrong?
It's the right one.
Okay, what about B?
It's the right one.
And what about C?
Yeah, it's the right one.
So all of them the right. So you see how they wrote here in the option, right? They write like this. Since it starts from negative infinity to 7, someone could have said, I can write like this. Say x are element of real number, whereby x is less or equal to 7. The same is there. Because it starts from including 7 all the way to infinity. So this also very acceptable. Very acceptable. Okay? All right. All right. All right. Now let's go for the next one, right? All right. Now we go to question number 8. Oh, very interesting. I like this question. Okay. Let's just rate this. Question number 7. Mpumi, I have a question for you. What motivates for you to do computer science? Because you told me you want to do math degree and computer science. What the motivation? There's something that maybe you saw, or friends, or information, or or something you had a dream like. What make you feel like I want to do this course? So when you qualify for whatever you do now, because what you're gonna qualify, you're gonna get distinction, and then you say you want to do computer science. Why?
What can I say? I just loved it from high school. And then I didn't get an opportunity to study because of some stuff. And then I loved it even if I did chemical engineering in college, and then I didn't finish the course. So now I realize that I really don't like it. So I want to go back to what I initially wanted from the beginning.
Okay, that's very inspiring. Because sometimes the chemical engineer every day gonna start to do organic chemists, organic chemists, and start
Yeah.
polymers and all those stuff, metals, chemical reaction, do all this stuff. And it's
Yeah.
like you start stuff, it's interesting, but a computer is more way interesting, I promise you. Very good. You gonna love it because everything you do is like you see practical. Because computer science is a real science right now. Look,
Okay.
Uber Eats, WhatsApp, people create a website. It's the real science, it's a modern science.
Okay.
See, yeah, no disrespect for my some chemical engineer here that might come say, hey, what do you say? You say chemical engineer is not good? You crazy. You see? No disrespect, but I think computer science is a real practical thing.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
But you
Mm.
must be very good with the language, hey, because in a computer science you're going to learn a lot of computer language. Just like learn human language, so you need to learn the syntax. Like for example,
Yeah.
uyakhuluma or uyathetha,
Yeah. Kulum.
uyakhuluma, ne? So you see, for example, like
Yeah.
in Sisulu, ne? Because mna ngiyafunda like kancane, yabo. Like
Yeah.
in Sisulu, you say kancane. So the syntax is kancane, but is in xhosa, uyabona, kancinci.
Yeah.
So in computer science, it's gonna be the same thing. Is that this? So you cannot write any computer program before you. Oh, now you see, now we go to the computer program. People gonna say, what are they doing now? Is it supposed to be math? But let me break down for you, right?
Yeah.
So you need to be laying a syntax. Like for example, you cannot write isisulu letter if you don't know how to use t yabona.
Yeah.
Kodwa amaxhosa, they use a lot of clicks.
Yeah.
Yabona. So for
Yeah.
you to be able to write a program, you need to learn there's a syntax because there's a lot of language you have to learn, a lot of computer languages.
Mm.
So you need to be. It's not like okay, computer science was. I was quitting when I was facing a long time. It was very tough for me because the problem is I didn't know how to study.
Okay.
So I didn't know. Like I remember I had a friend of mine. I can't even forget. His name is Lechobon.
Yeah.
He finished his PhD now. It's English. Look, this stuff because I was like I want to do it, but I didn't know how to do it. So I was
Mm.
studying, but I don't because one thing about computer. Did you do chemist, right? You told me you did chemist, right?
Yeah.
Mpumi, look. You see there's a difference between math and chemist.
Yeah.
In chemist, if you don't know, you don't know, you can go and get zero.
Mm. True.
But in math, you can say, let me write the formula. But in chemist, if you don't know, you don't know. There's no way you're going to say, okay, let me balance CS. Okay, this is calcium, and the calcium plus chloride is going to be calcium chloride. If you don't know, you can even get zero. And it's not like too tough, but if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah. True.
But in math, you can say, okay, let me say set here. Let me
And
do
try the equation.
it. So computer science also, it's not like chemist, no. I'm not saying it's like chemist. But if you don't know, like you don't know.
Mm. And then how did you do it? How did you end up knowing how to study?
Okay, so what happened is the first 3 months, I was called by student advisor, say, hey, look, your grade is very bad because you didn't know how to study. And there can be they say maybe you can go and do law. And me, I don't like people tell me what to do. Like tell me like this is not for you, this is for you. I don't like that. And I'm like I said, what's wrong with these student advisors and whatever? Because they call all the people foul. I remember there was this other lady, her name is Lerato, she's from Victoria. They
Mm.
make her go to law. Me, I refuse. I say, no, it's okay. I'm gonna do it. It's fine. Even if I'm gonna because they say, oh, law it can be because they push people to law.
Yeah.
One who don't do good in computer science. In math, I was one of the best. But in computer science, I was messed up. Because I didn't know how to study. Like, can you imagine the first time for me to press computer, turn on, is when I started university.
Ah.
I didn't even know where to turn the computer. So,
Yo.
can you imagine?
Yo. Yeah.
So,
Tough.
so now I started push. So I met up with one of my boys. His name is So what happened? How did I get to know? There was a exercise. It was like assignments. I was doing this other guy from. His name is I think his name is Simizo. So I copy his program. So when you copy, they have a system where they detect like you copyright.
Ah.
Just went to the bathroom and then I copy and then I submit it. And then they called us like, hey, look, you guys you copied because they're very strict. And that guy was very upset because he did not know that I copied from him. And then I copied the program.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just tough. So then my other friends from Lesotho, so he was very hard for me. His name is like Kobola. He just finished his PhD now. He said, Amy, look, he was very helpful because with him he did college at first.
Yeah.
And then when he came there, so he knows, say, look, this is how you study. He said, did you read a book? I told him, I'm trying to read, but I don't understand. Let's say you want to do chemical balance equation if you don't know even periodic table. So no matter how much you study that, okay, now calcium 2, where does this 2 come from? You don't know. Like you need to know the periodic table.
Yeah. Yeah.
In type of reaction, like okay, this is let's say neutralization reaction or replacement reaction. So if you don't know periodic table outcomes or the balances, like it's always gonna be like, oh my god, chemistry stuff I did. So it's like so say,
Yeah.
say, did you read the book? I told him, did you read the book? I'm trying to do these things like yesterday I stayed the whole night, but I don't understand. He told me, look, when you read computer science, he was young as I understand why you get confused. Read page by page, and he started to tell me the language, you need to learn the syntax and learn the syntax until you know all the syntax. Do not skip no page.
Ish.
I start to read page by page and learn little by little. So then I know, oh, it's a language, means I have to learn the syntax and how to, and then after, and then you start little by little, little by little, and oh, now I get the picture. Now I say, okay, this is how you start. And then my second year, I go 86. See, because now I knew how to start. So it's more of the computer language. It's not like you learn one language. You can learn 3, 4, whatever. It depends.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Okay.
interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
So you just have to be good with the language. Like I said, a good example like is Sulu, is also like if you say Kanrin, Nisu Kanran. So you
Yeah.
could Java and programming. You know, I'm gonna teach you some basics. When you start, I'm gonna teach you, like, so you can understand, like, how, because it was very tough for me. I don't want people to go through some hell. Even now, right? Some UNISA students that do first year, because I created a group of programming like computer science first year, they quit a lot of them.
Ah.
It's like you see, we started, right? When I was start, because I did UCT, also I did UNISA. When I started, right, we started was like almost 2 classes, but when you finish, you're like less than, I think less than 20.
Yo.
It's thing.
Yo.
Because it needs like every day you have to learn. So you have to be patient of learning, but it's not too tough. Learn. Yeah, but it's very interesting course. Very interesting. All right, I think we can continue, right? It's very interesting. You just have to be good with the languages because you're gonna learn a lot of computer languages.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, computer science. No, you give me help. Yes. Okay. We wanna that's why I've got my friend who did degree in statistics, so I was showing him also. He's a very good friend of mine. I said, Chief, come, let me show you the thing is not tough. Because I don't want people to go through hell. And I know why people quit it.
Ish.
I'm gonna show you some message. This other let's say, I'm doing my degree in teaching, I finished now. I took this course, I don't know which course is this. They also take any course. She went to take programming. She didn't know. You say, no, I don't know. The thing is tough. These are the guys. Um, his name is Bonga. Yo, he said, Hamish, I'm a big man, but everything I quit is not for me.
Ah.
And like I told him, like, no, it's not tough. I show one of my students, she's fourth grade, because you see, I used to have a classes like every Saturday for
Yeah.
kids. Kids they learn programming so well. They're doing very excellent. Can I please pick up this call? I think it's maybe a student or something. I hope you don't
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Hello? Hello? How are you? I'm fine. How are you too? Oh, your chat. Oh, I have a right now. I have a session right now on Skype. If you could give me like half an hour, don't sleep, please. Okay? I'll get back to you now because I don't think it's gonna be very respectful to stop everybody here while I'm dealing with online. You understand? But I'll get back to you within 25 half an hour. Please be patient with me, okay? And then I'll reply. Thanks so much. I appreciate your question. Thank you. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Yeah. So I show okay. I'm gonna show you my other student. She young, but she do the face here. She do the face here stuff. She do grade 4 because
Yo.
with the children, they learn language very quick because computer is more of the languages. So with the,
Yeah.
okay, this is like this, right? When you say okay, and they connect things so quick. Barabaduba madala. Yes, 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 yes.
I saw one of the students in one of the WhatsApp groups. She said she's doing maths, but all she sees is just butterflies. She doesn't even know where to start.
But a math is not tough. Computer, yeah, it is nice because you need a lot of logics. All right, let's do some few questions, right? Let's do some few questions here, Mpumi. And I'm sorry about that. You know, you just push me to explain about computers and everything else I cannot explain. But I'll show you the thing, okay? Even these days, I don't do classes or some session because the problem it takes a lot of time. That thing
Mm.
it's not good for business perspective.
Yeah.
Training, but because I used to have a class of first year, second, third year, in second year, but it takes a lot of time. The energy that you put in there, I say no. So what I spend most of the time, I create like mobile applications or some of my projects which benefit me, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're gonna go to question number 8.
8.
I'm sorry about that, right?
Okay, it's fine.
But you asked me to explain to you that.
And you got carried away.
Okay, so now we have x over x minus 2 and then equal 1 x minus 3 minus 2 2 minus 1. So now they say here find the solutions of the question. Very easy. So what you're going to do here, right? Look, boom. If somebody give you, okay, what is the common denominator of these two? Or let's say for all of them three, what is the common denominator?
It's
Let me
common.
say,
X.
if somebody give you 1 over a equal to 1 over c minus 1 over b, what is the common denominator of all of them?
ACD.
So I'm going to multiply each one by a, c, d by ACD by ACD. The reason because I want to cancel this and that A. So it's going to be CD times 1 equal to CD equal because this is cancel. C, C cancel, excuse me. A times D, AD. Minus minus. D and D cancel is going to be AC. So your equation now it became linear. So now I'm going to play the same game here. Out of these three, all of them, what is the common denominator?
X minus 2 times X minus 3 times 2
Yes. So
minus
since this is repeating, I don't have to repeat again. So our common denominator here is going to be, let's do like this. Go x minus 2 and then x minus 3. Why? Because I want to make it linear. If we start with the first group means this and that cancel.
And then what happens to 2 minus X?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought it was x minus 2. Thank you so much. So this is going to be what? Let me write this out, right? So it's going to be x minus 2. And thank you very much. I didn't look here. And thank you very much, 2 minus x. Now we go. So x minus 2 and x minus 2 go.
Yeah.
So it's 1 times, it's going to be x times all of that stuff. So it's going to be here. For the first group, it's going to be x times, this and this go right.
Minus 3.
2 minus x. Equal sign, equal sign. And then I will say now, x minus 3, x minus 3. So here we're going to let it 1 bracket x minus 2, 2 minus x. Minus, minus. But first and foremost, let me check the question first. I want to make sure if I copy correct. 2 minus x, yeah, 2 minus x. Yeah, 2 minus x. Okay, minus, minus, 2 minus x, and 2 minus x. So it's going to be x. We have a 2 here. And then we have this and this go. So it's going to be x minus 2. Because we got 2 here, right? And then another one is x minus 3. So what we're going to do now is the method of expansion. My God, this is going to be a long one. Okay. The method of what? Expansion. So we're going to say now, okay, let's start with this one here. Okay, we still have the x. Now, x times 2, 2x. Okay, we can simplify here, and then we're going to come to plot here. So say x minus 2, and then 2 minus x. Now, x times 2, 2x. X times negative x, negative x. Okay. Now we count for this negative 2, negative 2 times 2, negative 6, negative 2 times to be plus 3x. We can group this together. We start with the negative x squared, and this is going to be that and that one 5x plus 5x minus 6. So this all is going to be, I can multiply by x equal 1, and then I can just write them 1 for, or you percent. And then we multiply this by x. When you multiply, it's going to be negative x cubed multiplied with plus x squared minus 6x. So I can simplify one also, say negative x cubed plus 5x squared minus 6 equal. We go for the second line, for the second group. So for the second group, we're going to say this is going to be x times 2, 2x. Okay. X minus 2, 2 minus x. X times 2, 2x. X times negative x squared. 2 times negative 4, and that was going to be plus 2x. Group them, negative x squared. This and this is going to be plus 4x. Minus 4. So it's going to be negative x squared plus 4x minus 4. Now we come here. Now let's multiply this one. This and this is going to be x squared. This is that, negative 3x. This is that one, negative 2x plus 6. Okay, negative 5x plus 6, and then square. So this is going to be, but we must multiply by 2.
By 2.
When you multiply, it will give you 2x squared, negative 10x plus 12. So this will be negative 2x squared minus 10x plus 12. Yeah, so what we're going to do then, we group them together. Oh my God. Yeah. But if it's a multiple choice like the one they have given to you, I'll say don't do like this because it's going to waste a lot of time. Since they ask for solution set, you take each one of those answers and you test them in the original question last one.
Okay.
But because I want to show you how to, but an exam, because that test you have is a multiple choice. So these always going to be waste of time. So let's group them. So negative x squared and negative x squared is going to be negative 3x squared. We bring them back, it's going to be positive 3x squared. Plus 5x squared is going to be possible 8x squared. And here it's going to be negative x cubed. You understand? Now we go for, so x squared and x squared go. Now we count for this. Negative 10 plus 4, negative 6. Negative 6, you bring back.
Positive 6.
Here must be x here, so because remember this and this is going to be negative 6. Without x, negative 6 is. Okay,
Oh.
now this and this is negative 6. Bring back is going to be positive 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So no more x. Now we go for this and that one go. This and this, positive 8. Bring back is going to be negative 8 equal to 0. You understand? So it brings here. Now, let me show you how it is. So which calculator are you using? Let me show you something with the calculator.
It's 30.
Eh?
My calculator is 30.
Yeah, because here it's going to be a very long method to do by non-division method. So I can show you, but just because the nature of your test is just multiple choice. Okay. You understand? And okay, let me say this, right? I can show you this, but here maybe I can just make a special session that I'll show you how to do it. Because now this one is going to take a very long time because you have to taste, you have to do long division method. That's what I want to show you with the calculator, but if you don't have a calculator, so let's do this. So just set it up. In your option there, right? Let's say, what is the solution set? Let's start with the first one. Which one the first one? So I can show you how to.
So in a calculator, you insert one of the answers that were given and see if it equals to 0.
I'm going to show you how to solve in the calculator. That's the easiest way because the test that you have is not written, but for like this alone itself is tropic itself. So I don't want to introduce something, top something is going to be, overwhelming, but I'm going to teach on a separate day.
Okay.
Okay. Especially for x cubed plus 8x minus 8, something like that. So for now, let me show you how to get an answer with it, only for this part here. So in the option here, they say, what is the solution at the beginning? 4. Another one. Number 2. 2. They say which one?
Number 3, it's 2 and 4.
2 and 4.
Number 4, it's 2 and 3.
2 and 3. And then the part they say none of them. Yeah. So let's test. Okay, don't worry about this one. This one will teach you separate things. So I don't make you get make you confused. So what you do, if it's a solution set, means if you plug on the left hand side of the question, it must be equal to the right hand side of the equation. Now let's plug it in. If you say 4, x equal to 4 is going to be 4 here, over 4 minus 2 equal to 2. So this left hand side equal to 2, this left hand side. Let's go for the right hand side. 1, okay, this will be for 4 minus 3 equal to 1. 1 over 1 equal to 1. So right hand side will be 1 minus 2, 2. 2 minus 4. What is 2 minus 4?
Minus 2.
1, this and this will be plus. So 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So left hand side equal to right hand side. Yes, this is solution set. But let's continue. Maybe we have something extra. Let's try 4. Let's try this one, 2.
2.
So if it's 2, I can do straight away. 2 minus 2 equal to 0. So this is undefined because if you have anything divided by 0, we know it's undefined. You know that? Yeah. Okay, so this is undefined because 0 should not be at the bottom of anything. If it's at the bottom, it means it's undefined. So this cannot be. So for that case, this also cannot be because there's a 2, this cannot be. So this is our final option 4. So you see, because they have given you option, okay, stuff like that. But I'm going to show you that part, right? Now, let's go for the next question. You do next question, we'll stop here for the day. Yeah. We stop here, right? Okay. Cool, no problem. Did you learn something? Sorry? Did you feel like you learned?
Yeah, I did. I did.
Oh, because I don't want to put my little friend there too late sometimes. But she's quiet. I think she's you know when they sound like quiet, no disturbance. They kind of calling sleeping, but they're not saying
Yeah.
they don't
But
say
they're
what sleep,
fighting it.
but it's like they get silence and less disturbance. Thank you so much for coming through, Mpumi. Let me know when you're free again, and then we can head down the station. You know?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's gonna be sometime next week, Tuesday.
no problem. And let me know so I can send you the memo for the rest of the stuff. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much. I'll see you very soon. Okay. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank
Okay, Shabba.
you.
Okay, cool. Good night.